You said I feel like a newborn baby with you. That means that love is so pure and has washed you from all the pain that you've been in the past, everything that you've gone through, and now God has allowed you to experience something new that makes you feel new and make you show up new and make you show up whole. That is absolutely beautiful, Heath. Yeah. And so the reality is, how long did y'all date before you decided to say, listen, I ain't your boyfriend. I want you to be my doggone wife.
Well, we went through. We're gonna say the whole story.
If we're gonna keep it real, let's keep it real.
Yeah, I need to hear.
Yeah. We went through.
Well, she did.
A situation. No, because I did because I wanted to make sure I didn't want any regrets. And like I said in the beginning when I was telling the story,
so I was
and he let me go. You know,
he let you go.
Yeah, he let me go.
At what stage?
I don't. How far were we in the relationship?
Years.
2 years.
Y'all was dating for 2 years.
A relationship. Yeah.
And then what happened for y'all to?
The guy that I was seeing when I met him.
He came circle the block?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And yeah, it was like a on again, off again type of situation, but not fully. And then he all of a sudden, you know how it is, y'all.
Yeah.
When you gone and you ain't worried about it, now the one want to act like he that happened.
He popped back up and was like, hey, what's up, girl? I miss
saying
you.
all the right things that I wanted him to say then when I was ready, you know. And I'm like, oh, I have this amazing man. Maybe, and I'm praying. I'm like, is this what? Am I making the right decision? And I honestly wanted to make sure, and I didn't want any regrets. And
you went for that.
I did. And immediately I felt like it wasn't right.
Every second that escapes without you here with me keeps my heart anticipating till I finally see you.
When I made my vows, I told God that I was going to take care of this gift.
All my life I've been waiting for you. Girl, you know I've been praying for you. Been writing these love letters to you.
So I fight for that future in the present. You know what I'm saying?
That was good.
Congratulations to the ones who found love, for the hope and new beginnings from heaven above. I await my future wifey. I pray that it won't be too long, too long.
Welcome to the Dear Future Wifey Podcast. I'm your host, Laterras R. Whitfield. Listen, are you still shacking up with us? If you're still shacking up with us, can we get a commitment? Hit that subscription button and subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified about upcoming episodes. This is season 8, and as we continue to wrap up season 8, I'm being very intentional about the couples that I bring on the podcast because I want them to give you a little hope. And I want you to, those that are married, for you to feel a little bit of encouragement to keep holding on. And so today we have an amazing couple. But before I introduce them, make sure that you hit that link in the description and sign up for our mailing list so you'll be notified about upcoming episodes as well as retreats that we have coming up and all these exciting things that we have coming up in the end of the year. Sign up for the mailing list. So without further ado, welcome to the Dear Future Wifey Podcast. My homie, Heath and Monyetta Carter. How y'all doing?
You're doing great.
Good. Really, really, really good. Yes.
Man, let me ask you this, Monyetta. With the hyphen name, what makes you still hold on to Shaw?
Oh, just the legacy that my parents built. And I love that he's so supportive of that and knows how much it means to me. Family's always been super important to me, and him the same. So it was like no question, you know.
Was that a point of contention at first?
Not at all.
At all?
Not at all.
You say you're real secure, you don't care about all that?
100%. You got to be secure if you're going to be with Monyetta.
Come on now.
From the jump. So.
Explain that. Pull the microphone closer. Explain that. You say you got to be secure to deal with her. Why?
No, she's just, Monyetta's, she's Monyetta. She's had a name before me.
Another reason why.
Yeah. She's had a career as Monyetta Shaw. So, as most successful women, a lot of successful women, she chose to keep, the second name. I don't have a problem with it at all.
Oh, thank you, baby.
How did y'all meet?
Oh, wow. My story or his version?
I want to hear both of them. I'm a tag team and go back and forth, and I'm going to find the truth in between
There you go.
both of y'all's
Exactly.
stories.
You know you got to. I'll start. So in 1999.
Back then.
Yes, we met briefly. So my cousin and him, they've been friends forever. What up, Chan? And I was
both
at her
from the
house.
same area.
Yeah, we
Okay.
both, yeah.
And what's that
Shreveport,
area?
Louisiana. Shreveport in Haynesville, which is right down the street. And I was at my cousin's house and he came over and
No, the other way. I was at your cousin's house.
yeah, and I stopped
you
by.
stopped
Okay,
There it
see,
is.
it's
Tell
already
the
starting.
truth.
It's already
She
starting. It's
remember
already
that.
starting, guys.
She already started. Been a little
It's
bit.
been so doggone long ago. Anyway, so I stopped by allegedly, and so we just honestly briefly met.
She don't remember, she said.
Well, I do remember
What happened?
briefly.
What
Okay,
happened?
your turn.
Your memory
and then
may be
I'm
better.
gonna
No,
jump
it was
in.
like, dang, I always heard about Monyetta, you know, her cousin always big her up, and then I finally I've seen pictures and stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's Monyetta.
Monyetta.
So what'd you think when you saw her?
Of course, she was gorgeous.
Oh,
My Lord, she was
baby.
gorgeous. It was right up it was my type.
So you tried to shoot your shot back then.
Well,
Why
you know,
didn't
it was kind of in passing. So I was hoping
Yeah.
to get another shot at some point. You know, I didn't want to just, you know, throw everything on the floor immediately. So I tried to play it cool.
And
but-
how old were y'all around that time?
Oh, I graduated in 98.
yeah, we were about 18.
Yeah.
We were young. We had a lot of living to do.
A lot of living.
It wasn't time for that.
Yeah,
So,
definitely not. The timing of it all.
So you played, you gambled and said, if I see her again?
yeah, maybe I'll see her again. You know, I want to play it cool.
I like
you know?
that. And he did that. So I was dating someone.
Many years later.
Many.
Let's
Come
fast
on,
forward.
let's go ahead and go. Let's
fast-
take a trip with us.
But that was many years. Like,
Yeah, this
many
was-
years after
yeah,
she
8 years ago.
she's did her thing.
Yeah,
We
had
both kinda-
children, you know.
Y'all both had children?
Lived life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after we have lived life, I was complaining to that same cousin Chan about the guy I was dating, and she was like, "Girl, whatever. I'm tired of hearing like you need to call Heath." I was like, "Heath?" She was like, "Yeah, you remember you met him a long time ago."
And you knew who he was when
I
you
did
said that?
not at the time, and so I said, "Send a picture," and I didn't know that she was telling him the same thing, and he
Yeah.
said, "Send a picture."
Did you know who she was talking about?
Kinda, but not really.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember
knew
her
the
cousin
name.
Monyetta.
There you go.
How can you not remember the name Monyetta?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
Okay.
see, I mean, you may have seen on, you know,
I didn't.
TV and all
I
that.
didn't.
He
never
was
just-
like a
I didn't.
caveman. back.
I don't watch
you'll be
TV.
all in part of none of that
No,
world.
man, not really.
You just
And
like-
I had no idea, and you know, I didn't figure out, you know, what all she had going on until kind of afterwards. You know, her
Yeah.
cousin filled me in a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was just like, send that picture. And-
Run me that picture. We're going to start there.
Real quick.
I know what you look like when you're 18.
I remember her.
I remember that. So you saw that picture, you like,
Yeah. Let's do this.
Oh, you're ready immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
She sent some flattering pictures over.
Okay, I gotta call Chan and see which picture she
I was about to
sent
say,
over.
so you didn't tell her which ones to send?
I did not. I didn't
Okay.
even know she was
She was
doing
doing
that.
this.
Yeah,
Chan
I
was
didn't
brewing
know.
this up behind,
Yeah,
you know?
I was like, girl, what you got
Yeah.
going on?
And
so,
thank God for her.
I
Thank
know
God for Chan.
we
Thank
thank
you,
her
Chan.
all
We
the
thank
time.
you all the
You
time,
know,
for
and
real.
sometimes I'll be like, Chan, girl, what did you do? But no, honestly, joking. But no, I'm so grateful to her, honestly. And honestly, after that, we start talking on the phone. And
that night, or the night?
I feel like was it that night or the morning after?
The day after or something. It was quick.
Whatsoever it was, when I tell you, we were on the phone like teenagers. You hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. You
Yeah,
hang
go
up
first.
Yeah, seriously. It was
My
beautiful.
daughter was like 16 at the time. I was like, how do you sit on the phone for hours with these
And there you
guys?
go- and there you are
And
doing
then
some-
what? Seriously, we fall asleep
we're
like
cupcakes.
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, cupcaking.
Yeah,
Exactly,
cupcaking.
Oh my
cupcaking.
God, we would fall asleep on the phone with each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was
we called it
refreshing.
Zoom.
Yeah, because it
And we
just
were
happened.
like, we were like, let's just slow down.
Yeah.
Let's
What
take
year
it.
was this?
Oh gosh,
It's about 7 years ago, whatever that was.
Was it 2017?
18.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
18, around 18
So
or so.
Yeah.
it was before the
18.
pandemic.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
before the
Yeah, we went
pandemic.
through all that
And
together.
yeah, and then 2 weeks later, we actually met up
In
here in
Dallas,
Dallas. Crazy. Yeah.
Canada, Dallas.
Yeah.
And we'd been talking over the phone constantly.
Yeah.
And then, it was fireworks. Man.
Yeah.
I ain't never been in
Zoom.
love like that before.
Aw.
Really hadn't.
Look at
Really
that.
Never, wasn't looking for it either.
Why not?
Because I had, you know, I had got out of a relationship.
Sorry,
and
baby. I got you, boo.
okay.
There you go.
And at that point, I was just like, I'm gonna live my life. I'm not really, you know, I had, and really wasn't looking for marriage, wasn't looking for anything, and it just fell out.
So when you say not looking for it, was you also against it? Was you like, I ain't gonna never get married?
Well, I knew no happily married people, to be honest with you.
That part.
Other than your parents.
Yeah.
They ain't happily married. They've been unhappily married for 40
Mama
years.
Dad. Mama Dad.
I love them
He
to
just
death.
playing. He just playing,
I
y'all.
don't think he was, Monyetta.
No,
I think
they
he was
know.
telling the truth.
Nah, but they love each other. But
They do.
but
They do.
Yeah, there
My
was a lot of
parents
bickering.
were-
And
when- yeah.
Who want to do that?
Hey,
I
you
wanna
gotta
sign up
get
for
the
a
real.
lifetime of that.
You gotta get the real. You gotta get the real.
He said, I'm gonna keep it real. He said, as I said, I ain't seen no happy marriage. And what you're not gonna do is Monyetta tell me I seen something I didn't see.
Exactly. So I was not looking forward to that. You know?
Yeah.
That's real though.
And it happened. I fell in love and I found somebody that I could see myself with the rest of my life.
What was that moment where you said, I fell in love?
It was almost immediate. It was immediately. It
felt like-
was.
yeah.
Just like our whole vibration was just like
Our
man,
energies.
Yeah,
It just,
it was.
and I don't know if it, well, I absolutely think that, you know how Chan, my cousin, co-signed it. You know, like
Yeah.
that made me bring my walls down.
That's what I was about to say.
Almost
Familiarity.
immediately. Exactly.
Yeah.
It really,
agree.
really did.
Referrals normally
Same for
work
you?
the best.
Yeah.
Because if people have good discernment, then they say, I see you, I know what you want.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yes.
I see what he wants. This is my friend. Let's just see.
Yeah,
Yep.
just see what
Yeah.
happens.
That's-
You know?
That had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that put her guard down a lot. And that you know, that obviously I know she had been around. She come from a good family.
Thank you.
And, you know, her cousin was repping for her. And yeah, she was.
And so a
Same.
person that says that they wasn't looking forward to marriage, wasn't even thinking about it, and instantly feel what you felt, did you feel like that was going to matriculate to marriage? Or was you just like, I'm just going to have a cool chick, that little life partner?
I knew the way that felt. I was wanting to hang on to this feeling that I was having between me and her. I was just like, this feels amazing. I don't know what it is exactly,
Yeah.
but in its it's even grown, which is crazy. It's like it's grown stronger.
Yeah, I feel the same.
And you know, when we go through our trials and tribulations, it actually it
Builds it.
even
Yeah.
more
I agree
security
with that.
around it.
Yeah.
Because it's a feel, it's like an out there feeling, like you really putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
But it was so worth it.
Yes.
And then we go through, like I said, we go through our ups and downs, and it just
Like
solidifies it
everybody
even
does.
more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So Monyetta, what did you feel in that moment? Did you want marriage?
Oh, absolutely 100%. I really did. And I was thinking I might scare him away at some point because just honestly, everything that I've been through, I knew what I didn't want. You know, I knew the red flags. And
What was that? Because some people may be dealing with red flags in their
Yeah.
life. What did you not want?
I don't want somebody that's going to make me feel like I'm not good enough, you know? And I was blessed enough not to have daddy issues, you know what I'm saying? And even still, you know, I had a point in my life where I let a person take me down, you know, kind of like, make me look at myself like, oh, am I not good enough? Am I not? And I know I took some long prayer and just self-searching and the divine power to get me back to who I was, and I wasn't losing that again. That was a non-negotiable for me.
How long did it take to get to that place?
Oh, wow. Some years. It really took me some years to get back there.
And was that intentional? Were you like, I am going to go through this healing journey. I got to figure out what this was that I was involved in and get to a place of healing and uncover some things about you that allowed it. Because at the end of the day,
Absolutely.
we allow certain things in our lives and we have to figure out, okay, how do I not choose that again?
Yes, 100%. Because we like to point the finger
Yep.
at the other person.
Yep.
Or, she did this, he did that. But you have to look at yourself and see, well, what was it about me that accepted this behavior? Or, you know, so I absolutely did. And unlike him, I saw a happily married, you know, family. And I always wanted
With your parents?
what my parents had. before my mom passed 2 years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. To this date, actually, yesterday.
What?
And yes, and I was in Dallas. Crazy thing. I feel like that's her. Like, yeah, here's another event. Do it. I got you. I'm proud of you. I'm watching you. So thank you.
Wow.
Yes, it's insane, but great, great feeling just to to know. And I knew that, they would have been married for 50 years,
Wow.
exactly. So that was different. And I just knew like that how my dad adores her up into her, dying day. Just to have that and to see that growing up and see how she rode for him. Even it kind of came back to me the other day. We were discussing it. They weren't perfect, even though I thought they were. But I did. It's a lot of stuff they kept from me.
Yeah.
But they made it work. They, God fearing. My dad's the chairman of the deacon board. Mom's usher, like everything. Like they really and my foundation, what was instilled in us. It helps me so much in this life, and just seeing that, it's just a beautiful thing, and I know I wanted that.
Yeah,
I
gotta say, as far as my parents, thank God they really stuck it out.
Yeah.
They did for
that
the
matters.
love. And I'm joking when I'm saying that they,
Yeah.
of course they everybody has their moments.
Exactly.
How many years they've been married?
40, 45, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
They done been through their ups and downs,
Yeah.
at least, and stuck it out, and
They choose
and
each other.
raised every
That's what I was going to say,
child.
that part right there.
Raised every child in their vortex. They're
Exactly,
great
and
people,
still do it
and-
till this day.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're amazing
So-
human beings,
that's
and
the
they
thing
choose
that-
each other every day.
A lot of things, you just hit the nail on the head, choosing each other every day.
Yeah.
That's a lot of things. That's one of the things that our parents don't get a lot of credit for,
yes.
because we
Yeah.
see the negative of it, and the reality is like, I'm sorry, I ain't gonna put up with that. I ain't gonna put up with
Yeah.
that. But you realize that your marriage vow is for better or for worse.
Come
So
on.
if you sit there and say, I'm not gonna put up with worse, then why
What are you
get married?
doing? Exactly.
I
What,
ain't
you
gonna
just
put
date?
up with this. They struggling financially,
Yeah.
for richer or for poor. But you said that you took a vow for richer or for poor, but you don't like that. And the reality is that what's so beautiful about marriages like that is that they understand what long suffering is. And a lot of
Come on
times
now.
people get afraid of that word. Like, I ain't finna be suffering with
Yeah,
nobody.
what do you mean
and it's
by
like,
long
no, it's
suffering?
a fruit of the spirit.
That
Like
don't sound fun.
to literally go through that. Yeah.
Right.
I ain't finna suffer. I ain't finna suffer. Oh no, I ain't finna be.
crazy.
No, I don't like the way that
Suffering?
sounds.
And it's gonna be long.
Yeah, long. Ain't finna be long. It ain't gonna be suffering. I'm sure ain't gonna be suffering long. It's
Sign
like
up for no torture chamber.
exactly, and it be the simple things. It be those. They got divorced for what's the word? Differences. Unreconcilable differences.
Yeah.
Irreconcilable
Irreconcilable
differences.
differences.
It's like, what does that mean?
Exactly.
That means that y'all just couldn't agree on some things.
Basically.
And whatever was going on, you just said, we reached an impasse.
Forget it.
We done.
I'm not
you know what I'm
doing
saying?
it.
But in order to get to 40-something years and 50 years,
Yeah.
and you can tell when they've experienced a level of oneness, and it's beautifully sad. But you'll find couples that are grafted with one another and become one. That when one person passes, the other person dies shortly after, and they say they died of a broken heart. Well, I challenge that theory and say they died because it was oneness. That they didn't know how to their physical body couldn't
Function
operate without the other person,
Yeah.
and it's like they just literally died. And so I just think that's very beautiful.
Yeah, it's a
What
beautiful
made you decide to what was your type? Did you have a type? Because clearly you're a black woman, and I don't know if he black, white, I don't know what he is at this point.
Sometimes he's blacker than me.
Yeah, because I was like, he a white
No,
brother,
he's- yeah.
and the reality was,
He's a
did
white
you
man.
have in your mind, I only date black guys?
Honestly, I never did. I guess, that comes from the household. My parents were just kind of everybody, that's so, went to school with all different ethnicities. And I mean, I guess I've always been open, but didn't know, it was my adult age when I started dating outside of my race. But, just whoever treated me great, and loved me. That's
Did you
who
have
I
any
went for.
pushback when you decided even then? So he's not the first guy that's not black that you dated.
Right, he's the second.
He's the
So,
second.
Yeah. Mhm.
With that being said, did you feel a level of I'm letting down my race because here I am choosing somebody that's not black?
Honestly, no. I
Good.
never felt that. I've never really felt that.
Good.
Everybody, like, we bleed the same. We have, like, I know the world, of course, divide and conquer. That's what it is, honestly. And it's so sad, but I do know, there are differences. But this man makes me feel amazing. And kudos to your parents and your upbringing, because, and I know for sure they're the same way too, and when you find just good people like that, I would have been a doggone fool to just let him go. Oh, he ain't black. He don't look like a man. Like, I have a black dad, black son. Like, it's fine. It's I was open, and God said that's your husband. So who am I to tell God, like, I don't want that husband. I don't want that
What
blessing.
about you? Had you dated black women before?
That's funny.
I'm sorry, did I laugh? Go ahead, baby. Answer the question.
That was the only ones he dated was black women. That was the only.
You know him already.
He didn't want a white woman.
Basically,
I had Latin women. I had other nationalities too. But yeah, I've been attracted to black women for a long time.
What was attractive about the black woman?
I don't know. It just first of all, I mean, I like melanin a lot. I think it looks good on the skin.
Thank you, baby.
For sure.
Thank you, baby.
I'm a little deficient.
So silly.
No, it was. I don't know. I lost my virginity to
a black woman.
Yeah.
All right.
You ain't been the same ever since. You never go back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have before. Trust me. I mean, I've dated white women before. But,
This was lacking melanin.
Yeah. Well, it really wasn't about that. Yeah. They started off as a downgrade because of it. But
you know what?
They worked their way up.
You ain't give him a chance. Come on now,
No, I've dated all kinds of women in my life. I've been around, a long time. So, but my daughter's mother is Venezuelan, and that's a relationship I just got out of before me and Monyetta got together.
How old is your daughter? How long was that relationship?
It was about 5 years. 6 years.
And so after that relationship, you were just like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm straight.
I'm
not here.
Never mind. Now this way.
I'm done. I'm out the game, y'all. I'm just gonna have fun with these chicks. That's about it.
I'm sure everybody has been there before.
Yeah, I was just gonna focus on my on my career, and everything was gonna fall into place however I wanted to.
Yeah,
I've lived a single life many years before, and I was ready to
go back in the game.
Exactly.
So you never been married before?
Never. And
so, what about her made you say that you had to show up differently? Because the reality is that she just could have been another good woman that you dealt with.
Yeah.
And you could have had fun with her, spend time with her. Now she'll return like,
I'm like, that's good.
Yeah.
It just fell into place. Naturally, it did. And
because she didn't make any demands. She didn't say like, oh, now we ain't finna be dating this long before you get married. Did she say anything like that?
No, she didn't. She told me when we met here in Dallas, she was like, you got to call everybody off.
Yeah, I did. I sure did. I was like, because I stated my intentions. I wasn't just like, you gonna marry me, I'm gonna get married. But I was like, I wasn't interested in playing. Like I've been through a lot. Like my time is too valuable to waste it, And I'm just like, listen, we're gonna do this. What you doing?
Talking about marriage week 2.
Yeah, not like that.
I want intentionality right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and she got it. She was worth it.
Come, y'all hear that, ladies?
She was worth it.
That's the word.
That's the word right there.
She was worth it.
State your intentions, and if he stays, if he shows you who he is, he's
but you can't make demands unless you're first in demand.
Come on,
yeah.
About to run around here,
yeah.
You can't make demands unless you're first in demand.
Come on.
And so he realized who you were and knew the value that you could add to his life, and vice versa. And he said, why even entertain these other women when I have the best thing that could ever happen to me right before my very eyes? That's what you said, right?
That's it.
That's what I felt in my spirit.
It was a feeling.
Yeah.
It was like a gut feeling that you just had, when you love and your stomach hurt.
Yeah,
It was like we both at that time of our life. I've lived a million lifetimes before I got to her. She done lived a million lifetimes.
Yeah.
We done reconvened over here, and it just feels lovely. I don't.
What do you think about that though? The fact that y'all met at around 18 years old, and then here y'all again, y'all meeting at the age that y'all are now, and it's like, really, like
This big age.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah,
That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then I tell her all the time, like, even though we both have lived 1,000 lifetimes or whatever, I feel like a newborn baby.
Yeah, he
Feel
says that.
brand new.
Yeah.
Feel like this is just the beginning. Even today, it's like so much stuff on the horizon. It just keeps,
Getting better.
Yeah.
What's that song that says "With You I'm Born Again"? It's a song that says that. That's what's reminding me of. My boy Kenny Lattimore did a remake of it, but it's like it's reminding me of that. You said I feel like a newborn baby with you. That means that love is so pure and has washed you from all the pain that you've been in the past, everything that you've gone through, and now God has allowed you to experience something new that makes you feel new and make you show up new and make you show up whole. That is absolutely beautiful, Heath. And so the reality is, how long did y'all date before you decided to say, listen, I ain't your boyfriend. I want you to be my doggone wife.
Well, we went through. We gonna say the whole story.
If we're gonna keep it real, let's keep it real.
I need to hear.
We went through
well, she did.
a situation. No, because I did, because I wanted to make sure I didn't want any regrets. And like I said in the beginning when I was telling the story,
so I was
and
down
he let
for
me
it.
go.
He let you go.
Yeah, he let me go.
At what stage?
I don't. How far were we in the
2
relationship? 2 years.
y'all dating for 2 years.
A relationship. Yeah.
And then what happened for y'all to?
The guy that I was seeing when I met him.
He came circle the block.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And yeah, it was like a on again, off again type of situation, but not fully. And then he all of a sudden, you know how it is, y'all.
Yeah.
When you gone and you ain't worried about it, now the one want to act like he. That happened.
He popped back up and was like, hey, what's up, girl? I miss
saying
you.
all the right things that I wanted him to say then when I was ready, you know. And I'm like, oh, I have this amazing man. Maybe, and I'm praying. I'm like, is this what? Am I making the right decision? And I honestly wanted to make sure, and I didn't want any regrets. And
you went for that.
I did. And immediately I felt like it wasn't right.
And
How long did that
take? And I said, it ain't gonna be both of us. It's
Yeah,
gonna
of
be
course.
one of us.
That's what you said?
Yeah, for
Immediately.
sure.
Yeah.
He was like,
I
oh, well,
turned
the fact that you're thinking you have this question,
He
it
said,
ain't
well,
me. I'm
clearly it
good.
ain't
I'm
me.
out.
That's how I am.
And I respected it.
I believe like that. I'll be
Yeah.
like, listen, if you ain't choose me, fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I want somebody gonna choose me back.
Exactly.
I ain't got time
Especially
to
the love that I'm
100%.
giving right now.
Yeah.
I ain't never
Yeah.
gave no love like this.
That part.
Yeah.
And it was
The
so-
love that I'm giving
That's
right
good.
now, I've never given this type of love. And if this is
And you gonna
not
question
sufficient
it?
enough,
Yes.
go ahead and go with
Yeah,
it.
you go. Yeah. And I felt it. I respected it. And then I'm like, immediately almost, I'm like, ooh, I don't feel right. Like this.
What moment made that happen?
Oh gosh, I felt the void of him. Honestly, I really did. It took a while for us to introduce. I introduced the kids to him first, but it took a while. Not as long as it would because of the familiarity. And it's just like they loved him. They lit up when he was there. Like it's just like, girl, what are you doing? Like God has placed this blessing right in your lap, and you tripping. Like I don't care what you thought it looked like, and I don't know if I was just trying to, I don't know, make the picture look like I thought it was supposed to look, and it just, yeah, I felt the void. And it hurt, and I had to go get my man back. I was sending flowers. He wasn't answering the phone. Everything. I'm like, hold on now.
Yeah.
Flowers.
Sending flowers. I was supposed to be headed to Vegas.
Oh my God, I was
for
freaking
a
out.
friend's birthday, and somebody boom, 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 boom at my door.
Yeah, I was like,
You talking about your front door?
Yeah.
She's popped up on you.
I think I could have flew into, because he had a house in Shreveport. I think I could have purposely flew there just to go get my man back. I was like, girl, come on now. You tripping. You made this poor decision.
I didn't make it to Vegas.
I got my man back, y'all.
Made it somewhere else. I know the other destination you made it to.
Exactly. I didn't make it to Vegas.
So what did you
I was
think? How many
determined.
times was she reaching out to you for you to be non-responsive?
But me mentally.
He
I
was
was
done.
You know,
Oh, you
I had
done.
so much stuff
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Like
He
don't
was
get me
done.
wrong. As soon as she left, I went on a tour.
Oh. Did he ever?
I went on a tour.
It was so much.
You want?
I won't go into details. This is great. But how about the phone? Baby, the phone called me while he was getting ready to,
You said the
For
phone
like
called
30 minutes.
Your phone butt down him?
No, my
his
phone.
That's what I'm saying.
While he was
Butt down her.
on a date, and I'm like, wait. So of course, what I do? Put it on mute
It
and
was past
listen.
the date.
So
It was past the date.
we get it. I'm like, come on now, we ain't gotta spell
I
it
looked
out.
down.
Paint the picture. I didn't understand what was
You
going
know
on.
what? You
I don't know what
making
he was
it
talking about.
worse. You making
I'm
it
a little
worse.
slow. All right, I'm a little slow. I'm trying to figure out what
And I
was
looked
happening.
down, and my
Oh, my
phone had been
gosh.
on for
Y'all.
30. Swear to God, I would never
Listen.
do that to her. I was just like, she don't deserve that.
Oh, my God.
I
I
felt
probably
horrible
did,
about
y'all.
it.
She don't deserve it.
I did.
No, but she did.
That's
I
probably
guess.
what made me go get my man back. I
You
was like,
know
wait, what?
She heard all kinds of
I
stuff.
did. I was like, to the point, y'all. I was like, okay, now I'm just torturing myself. This ain't the
No,
long
I-
suffering
no, you
that
didn't
we
hang
talking
up. I hung
about.
up.
This ain't the long suffering. This ain't it.
I
You
remember
hung up.
I hung up.
But
I looked down,
I
it was
must
like,
have
mine
threw the
get
phone
35
I was
minutes.
like, mm-mm.
He said 35
Yeah.
minutes. What?
At one point, I was
I
like,
told that girl, I was like, holy crap. She was like, what's wrong with you? I said,
baby,
man, I just,
y'all.
my ex been on the phone for 35 minutes. She's like, who cares?
Wait, baby, I deserve.
I care. She don't deserve that, man. She don't deserve that.
And she should have known right then, baby. You ain't the one going out the way because he cares. Okay.
Oh my
I
Lord.
care. And so at that point, so then when did you tell him that you had that you had heard all that?
Well, I finally called her the next day and apologized.
He
I was like,
apologized to
but
me.
it don't mean we were together.
Yeah,
I moved. I
was happy. I was like, ooh, he want me back. He's like, nah, I'm
He
straight.
said, "No, I'm saying apologize
He's like, I'm
for that
just-
torture I
you
gave
know?
you."
Yeah,
But
I did
that's
not
what
mean
you
to
used to
do
have
that.
too. So just understand, you used to have that,
Come
but
on
you
now.
walked away from.
Come on now.
Exactly.
Come on. Because it's what I could be doing, you know?
Oh my Lord.
Being
I wish it
faithful.
was you, but you
Come
chose
on now.
otherwise.
Yes. So what I'm
Oh,
supposed to do?
man.
And I got it. I totally understood and, yeah, I
And
was
so
like,
you checked out. You was one of them dudes that, hey, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that going to look like?
yeah.
Being there for I want you chose something else.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be your pillow talk to sit here and comfort you and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
No, you lost it. You lost it all, man.
And so how long did it take for you to give her entrance back? I know she showed up, but how long was that? From the time she walked away, how long was that
It was about
break
a
up?
month and a half.
Yeah, almost 2 months.
And so at what point did you know you had made the wrong decision?
Oh, wow. I started feeling things like almost instantly.
Talking about as soon as you got off that phone call.
Yeah, I was just like, ooh, I don't know. And just even his voice, because I feel like it clicked immediately when I said what I said to you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
I
and I
already
felt that.
had premonitions.
Yeah.
About it.
Oh, he's
Like,
so
in
in
tune
tune.
with what you- yeah.
Oh my
Man,
goodness. This-
I woke up off a dream.
Yeah.
The day on the couch. It
And
was like,
describe
oh my,
the guy basically,
Oh, for
but
real?
he didn't know it.
and the vehicle.
And the vehicle,
She thought I had somebody.
everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I had no idea. I
Like,
just woke up. It's like,
it
dang,
named-
babe, I just
yeah.
had this crazy dream,
Crazy.
man. It hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Like her with this
Yo.
type of dude.
Yeah, like
and
a
this
ex-athlete.
color,
He
Yeah.
just
and this
named a
color,
random ex-athlete. I'm like,
in a white
it wasn't
Range
him,
Rover,
but it was.
and you were
Like,
you,
come on.
I went. You said I'm gone, and I went to the front door, and you were in his vehicle, and you just waved
And I
at me
waved
bye.
bye.
And
I was like,
like,
what?
and it hurt so bad. I get chill bumps right now. Look.
Yeah, man. I know
like,
that's
he's
that
so
real
in
moment
tune.
right there.
Like, I'm telling you, I
What
was
did you
like,
think when he said that to you?
First of all, I told my best friend, I was like, I don't think he would have somebody following me, but
No, that comes straight from the
I mean,
ether.
of course, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it
and I know
dropped.
this because he's
when you
so
operate
in
in
tune.
pure intentions,
Yeah.
like
There
Yeah,
he is.
yeah.
Hold on, brother.
So I knew.
Hold on, he.
So I knew. I was like, oh my goodness.
Hold on, let me talk to my homie.
Oh, all right, I'm not here.
When you're
Go ahead.
talking about pure intentions, that's
Yeah.
the reason why we hear the scripture that says, I've never seen the righteous forsaken nor their seed begging for bread. And we think about that only applies to being hungry and eating food or whatever. But the part of I've never seen the righteous forsaken, if I'm handling you with righteousness, God ain't gonna let me be stupid.
No, that's real.
God ain't gonna let
No,
me
that's
be
real.
dumb because that means his word returns to him void. I remember my mom would always get discernment before I did something, and she would come to me. She'd say, "Hey, listen, what happens in the dark comes to the light."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Ah, she know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
operate in it comes to you, man.
That's so on point. That's exactly. And I knew instantly he didn't, but I was just like, this is great. I felt like my friend said that. I was like, nah. I was like, yeah, like he's so in tune and like such a good person.
And pure
so it's gonna
intentions with you.
for sure. Like from day one, it's like, girl, make up your mind. You know what I'm saying? But don't play with him. He's too good of a man. You know, honestly. And yeah.
Is that what your friend told you?
Well, no, I told myself that part. Yeah, I was like, girl,
He said, make up your mind.
Like, you got to.
That
Like,
was
stop
self-talking
playing.
to self.
No, yeah, because I mean, you know, and karma is real. Trust me. And I didn't want that, you know, on my back. So
Answer this. This is interesting because I love when a woman can actually speak on this. Here it is. Would you say you were mishandled in the past by different guys that you dealt with?
yeah, I would say
Okay.
that.
Then you get a guy that's handling you with care, loving you, pure intentions, never have to question his intentions.
Yeah.
Yet you give another guy a chance that didn't show up when he had the opportunity to be
to.
with you.
Fumbling the whole time.
And fumbled you.
Yeah, you're right.
What made that? I want to get into psyche because the reality is it happens a lot of
my
times.
gosh.
It happens with men. It happens with women. It's like when you go back and unpack that, what made you make that decision?
Wow. I just could say hurt people, honestly. And it was something that I wasn't completely honest with myself that was completely healed. I was still holding on to something.
That part.
100%.
And I was telling myself, I was like, I could be that guy. Trust me, I
Yeah,
am
he's
that
like,
guy.
you want that?
I'm just being like this for you.
For you. Yeah, he did.
Like I am that guy.
Yeah.
I am that. I've never been faithful in the damn relationship in my life. Like, that's what you want. But I didn't want to get. Yeah.
I ain't never been faithful in my life. You want me to be unfaithful? I can do that. That's easy. I got you.
Exactly.
I can do that with my eyes closed.
Yeah,
Literally.
exactly.
You want more phone calls like you with? We can have a Zoom call. What you want?
Exactly. It's like, I be that guy. Trust me. No, but I wasn't even gonna be that guy with like I don't know. It's weird. Like I have no.
Because you had so much respect for her and honor that you said, I'm not even going to dumb down who I am to even be what it appears that you desire because I showed up as a solid man for you.
Yeah, and you know, you've been there, you've done that. You know, you had no interest in
A
being
good
that
thing
man.
that I've heard though, I had my boy Stefan Speaks on the podcast, and he, you know, he's a relationship coach. He said, and I believe this is that most people they'll end up marrying somebody, but their heart is with somewhere else, and they'll marry somebody. And one of my favorite movies, The Notebook, is my favorite movie of all time. And I remember in that movie, Allie's mom was trying to convince her to marry this rich dude and all this type of stuff. She was like, I don't like him. I like Noah.
Exactly.
Like, I like Noah. Like, you can't marry Noah.
Yeah. Like,
he's poor.
Yeah,
he has
nothing.
Noah sat there and built a house with his bare hands for this woman. But that ain't good enough. She the mom rather her marry somebody else that can just go buy the house. But the other guy built the house. And that's beautiful, even in just if I break down the symbolism of that. But the mom one day said, "Let me come here with him. Come on." Took her to the oil rigs, and she said, "That man right over there, that's the man that I love the most."
Her Noah,
her Noah, and she sat there with tears in her eyes, shaking and going, "Girl, basically, go get your man."
Yeah.
The reality is that sometimes your own toxic trait,
come on now,
has you going to the very thing that. It's not good for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it's like,
that's so true.
when do you look at that? And I'm glad that you didn't wait too long to make that decision. But the truth be told is that you gambled.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Because he could have just sat there and said, baby, you could have reintroduced trauma in his life where he said.
He could have started doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, and I would have been so responsible for it.
If a woman doesn't choose me first, like I choose her when I showed up in a way I've never showed up, that's a red flag, and I'm not going to give another chance.
Out. Yeah, like you didn't know then. Too late.
But I'm glad he gave you grace. What made you give her grace?
Oh, it's a good one, baby.
I still had that feeling, I guess. When she didn't let me go to Las Vegas. That was a good weekend.
That was
good. It went down that weekend, baby.
No, I mean, here's the thing. You know, I don't know. I could have. I'm able to. I was able to. I can cut stuff off clean. You know, but I was having the time of my life before that with her, you know, and so she wore down my resistance, and
I was very determined.
Yes,
Yeah,
and I liked that she was so determined.
Yeah, I realized my mistake. I really did.
Because she really,
I
was
really
like,
did.
She took accountability.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And she really wanted me back, and
I did.
and you know, she felt the void, and I respected that. So
thank you.
we kind of picked it up with a ball, last drop, and
I knew that I had work to do to prove to him that it wouldn't happen again too. Because when you do something like that, that puts a toll on the relationship.
And then how long from that moment did it take for y'all to get married?
Oh wow.
it's probably another year and a half.
Yeah, like year and a half, almost 2 years. Yeah.
So y'all dated
We had work to
tops total about 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then so in that another year and a half, 2 years, what made it take so long for y'all to actually get married? Or do you feel like that wasn't long?
I think the timing was perfect.
Yeah,
I really do.
I feel like
I
it
don't
wasn't.
consider it long.
Yeah.
I mean, what's long in a lifetime, you know?
Yeah. I feel like it was. Yeah.
I think it all flowed together perfectly.
Yeah.
And
happened
then
when it
so
was
at what
supposed to.
point did you say that it clicked for you to say, I want to take this relationship to the next level?
Well, I think the relationship had just matured to that spot where we were blending families, and
Yeah.
it was time to move in.
The kids
somewhere, and
asking,
we was
when is that gonna be my sister? Remember the kids would say
exactly.
that?
Kids said that?
Oh my
Yes,
gosh, yeah. Yeah, they really did.
And I'm living
Yeah.
in, I was between Miami and Shreveport at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and it was time to consolidate, and
Yeah. So
we we decided we were going to live with each other for a little while, make sure that we can
cohabitation.
cohabitate with each other.
But
We were shacking.
You know,
That's what you
shacking
said.
up.
Yeah,
Oh,
you episode.
we
We was always
reality.
shacking up.
And then, and it was time to plan the marriage. And that was like, my budget for the marriage is what
He's like,
damn
what?
quote for the damn,
Oh, there we go.
for the excuse my language, for the flowers.
He was like, now Monyetta, now you said, well, hold on.
Saying like, what we doing?
So that's the flower. Okay, is this right
Hey,
here?
someone take that
So the
zero
flowers are
off.
being imported from Italy.
And why?
My cousin got some flowers in her yard.
I said they're going to be thrown away the
Yeah,
next day.
he
I was
really
like,
Which is
was
absolutely
in
stupid,
there.
ain't it?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. He
I
was like,
no.
what?
We could put one of the children through college for the
Like,
flowers.
Flowers.
It's
So,
crazy how we be doing stuff.
I know, but we did it.
We
And
came
it was-
down some though. It wasn't.
And
the
I'm
first
telling you, it
price.
was the best experience of my
It
life.
really.
It was worth every dime.
It was.
Why?
It was.
Because it's just we had assimilated all of our family and friends from all over the world.
All over the world.
And it was just such a loving vibration.
Yes.
And it was just
The energy.
it was awesome. I remember after we got married, I was in the back, and we could just hear the buzz
Roaring,
It was
just
just
like-
sound like a concert
Yeah,
out
it
there.
was- oh my
Everybody
gosh.
was having the time of their life,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was
Just celebrating
her
love.
parents were there,
Yeah.
my parents were there, and
Yeah.
our
Wow.
family. We had people from all over the world
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
The who's who of Atlanta.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was just an awesome experience, man.
it
It
really
really
was.
was. I was like, I wanted to do it again. I did.
Yeah, he was like, "When we doing this again?"
Exactly.
But not
It was
for that
worth
price
it.
though.
It wasn't just a party now. It was, we can throw it again next weekend. We can turn it up again.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
so what?
What do you
I'm
mean?
ready to do it again.
Yeah, he was talking all that stuff.
That 10-year vow renewal. there.
Yeah, I like
and then
that.
we
Yeah.
we had decided since we did what we did on the wedding, well, we ain't gonna go on a honeymoon.
Oh, the honeymoon. We're like, we're
we wound up
fine.
planning the honeymoon 2 weeks before.
That costs
double the
extra
price.
money. It's like, but he's close friends with,
The owners of Sandals.
so thank God,
he hooked us up.
yeah, we,
Shout out Adam.
yeah,
and Brandon.
Adam, Brandon,
Shout out, y'all. Shout
all
out
y'all,
for,
yes,
covering your
for
boy.
sure,
Yeah,
yes,
and
for real. It was a
let me
blessing.
tell you this one story. If it was me that did it, marriage might have been over before. Look, we on the way to the honeymoon in the Uber, okay? And she
I
forgets
was like,
her
on
dang
the day we didn't have the
phone
driver. Yeah,
in the Uber, so we miss our flight
yeah, because of
to
me.
go on a honeymoon.
Can you imagine if it was him? That's what he says.
Imagine- yeah,
Oh,
imagine
I'm
if
so
that-
glad I didn't leave.
Oh yeah. She'd been like, This joker.
Yes,
left
exactly.
this.
Oh my Lord! It was.
Probably
it
still
was
be talking about this today.
But
Y'all
guess
be in
what?
therapy
I'm
right
talking
now.
about.
I
I get to
funny.
So
tell
y'all
you.
missed the flight to the honeymoon. What y'all did the
first
next
thing.
day?
Next day.
Yeah, we just we went the next
She got to
day.
spend some extra time with. I was like, I'm spent. I'm getting a hotel. I don't want to be around nobody.
Yeah, so
I
a
was
lot of
like,
family that came in town was still here, so I was able to spend some time with them. So it worked out.
When y'all look back over that journey, I'm talking about all the way from the 18 years old, and then to even know the little hiccup that y'all had to go through, and then you see what you have now. Name one word that defines that history, that journey.
Ooh.
Heath, what word comes to mind?
Ooh.
magical.
What word comes to mind?
Oh wow, destined.
Yeah.
See, a lot of times people want to curate. People want to curate this fairy tale relationship and fairy tale marriage, and feel like it has to happen this way and this. But when you give each other grace, this is the reason why y'all
have
can
to.
talk about anything. Because the fact, the fact that, first of all, it's two things that happened in y'all's courtship that is powerful, and we need to give attention to it. One thing is he had the spirit of discernment to be able to tell you what you wasn't willing to tell, which also lets you know, you be like, I can't be playing games with this dude because he got some connection from the spiritual that God gonna snitch on me, so I better act right. And then another
100%.
part is that she's transparent enough to have that conversation with you when things wasn't, where she felt, insecure about a decision, and be able to say, listen, this is where my feelings are. You know what I'm saying? And she's humble enough when she gets it wrong to say, I'm sorry. And she said that I had to go through this process to get it right. She said, I know I had to show him, have to prove. A lot of times people will hurt somebody and feel like they ain't got to show them
exactly.
nothing. I said, I'm sorry.
Whatever. That's it.
Get over it.
You're like, what?
Why you questioning
trust
me? Why you acting like that?
And there was
Yeah.
many moments that she, where I would still have these
Of course.
feelings,
Yeah.
and she had to work through it.
Oh, it was
I
so
remember this
hard.
one night she
It
was
was
like,
hard.
I'm doing everything I can. I just don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
Good
it
enough.
ain't meant to be.
Yeah,
she
I'm
was
telling
just,
you, I did, because I was like,
like,
"Woo, boy, how long you about to hold on to this thing?" But
That's a pain.
but
Yeah, it is.
the truth is, he had to go through
had to
it.
go
You
through
know?
it.
No,
Yeah.
we both had to go through that. It had to happen that
Yeah,
way.
Yes.
yeah.
It had to happen that
Yes.
way. So we don't know no what ifs. And
Yes,
that's why
I couldn't have that,
ushered it
yeah.
in. I remember the first time she came back, she was like, well, so-and-so called, I think. And thank God she was honest enough to tell me.
It was so hard.
She wasn't all the way honest now. She wasn't all the
you
way
don't
honest.
want to be hey, but let me tell you.
But she told me, and I remember it hurt. But I was like, go do it.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Go do it.
You told go do what?
Go talk to the dude.
Yeah, if it's something still there, if you
If you-
still,
yeah.
if you see me right
and
here,
I know that made her think even more of me.
Oh,
that
it
I was
did.
man enough,
I'm
that I was
like-
secure enough to be like, yo,
Yeah,
I'm
Are you talking
Who's
this
gonna
after
do that?
y'all got past, after y'all got back together? She said that.
No, this
This
is before.
before.
This is when
Oh, this
when
is
I
the time
was
that
telling them,
happened.
yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And that's when you told
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
no, not
I'm like,
that.
good Lord, I said,
That's
come on,
what
Jesus.
Don't you
What's
put that
going on?
spirit over here, and I rebuke that one now.
You about to say, well, you still need to talk. Go talk. Like,
No, not at all.
Go spend the night with it.
Go spend the night with him. Check it out one last time. Because when I marry you, you can't go back. You be like,
No, it was before. And now,
Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah.
happened. And that's when you said go talk. And then she talked and she was like,
Yeah,
this is where
well,
I
it
wanna
didn't
be.
happen immediately. I think they started talking. She was kind of.
That's what he meant by I wasn't all the way on it. I
Yeah.
was on this roller coaster.
And it was eating her up. I could
it
tell
was
it.
eating
I
me.
could tell.
'Cause
I didn't know exactly what it was. I thought it was just us
I
getting
can't
funny
do that.
for a little bit.
Yeah,
and
I can't.
I started
Like
having these
it was.
premonitions. and
Oh
was
my
like, I know
god!
exactly
I
what
was.
it
I
is.
wasn't right for a while.
So the moment that she was
Yeah.
like, I think I'm gonna go, I was like, Carrie,
Go. I was like,
and I went that way.
quick, hard turn to the left.
100%.
I'll tell you, when you deal with a dude, the dude gonna be like, I can show you better than I can tell you.
What did he show me?
And the bad thing about men, we're toxic. So we like, I'm gonna get over by getting under as
Come
many
on
people
now.
as possible.
Yes.
It's me. I'm sure
Yeah,
it
I was having time
many.
of life. I was having a great time. I was
Hey,
not
hold
missing
on
it.
now.
You tell me you had a place in Miami. And
We get
Oh
it.
boy, I went.
We get it. All right, calm down. We get it.
I'm talking to my boy. My boy,
Okay.
what you
All right, go ahead.
Because I'm trying to make sure my brother's healed right
I
now.
was
Whatever.
like,
You being messy.
she's having a great time. I'm having a better time.
You having a good time? I'm having a better time. How about that? That is real. But the fact that y'all can laugh about it now shows that y'all have gone through a great deal of healing. And that's what healing looks like. That's what love looks like. The Bible says that love covers a multitude of sins. We don't want to hear that because they're like, no, I'm not. You do me wrong. I ain't finna be no fool twice.
Go back to that. Exactly.
You done show me.
What you
be
mean?
like, the Bible says love covers a multitude of sins, but we'll say, no, Maya Angelou says, if they...
Not Antelou.
You know, that's somebody.
We
Don't
sit
break
there and say,
it.
if they show you who they are, believe them the first time.
Believe them the first time.
Yeah, so it's like, no, I'm going to do that one. You know, and at the
Right,
end of the
I'm
day,
gonna go
it's
with that one.
It's the grace, and that's what's needed
You
so
have
much in
to.
marriage. And the reason why your mom and dad got to 50 years, almost 50, because of grace. The
Oh,
reason why your
yes.
parents got to 40 plus years, because of grace.
still going,
you
yeah.
got to give each other grace through all these stages. Even as uncomfortable as it is, you give grace.
Oh, that's a lesson in life.
Boy.
You know, if everyone in the world gave each other just a little bit of grace, can you imagine what this world would be?
It'd be so beautiful.
Yes.
Heath, you said something funny. During y'all courtship, people refer to you as what when they see you in the restaurant?
Well, a couple of times. You know how these regular people sometimes they want to attach themselves with any kind of the celebrity worship is real, man. It is real. And I was my title a couple times I heard was Neo's baby mama's husband. So I was three down the I was third time I was like a third cousin. You know what I'm saying? I was still in the game.
Barely.
He's still kind of a celebrity.
You celebrity-ish.
Celebrity adjacent.
Oh my gosh.
So,
But how did you deal with that as a man?
I was like I told you from the beginning. You got to be secure.
Yes.
To walk into this arena this Monyetta R arena.
Yeah.
You know
Come
what
on,
I'm saying?
Monyetta R arena.
And I laughed.
He has a great sense of humor.
Yeah, it was funny to me.
Yeah.
He's like, can you believe this?
Because there's people that I don't know. I don't want to
Not
degrade
that smart.
Yeah, it's just like it's funny just seeing them trying to clamor
Like, figure it
for
out.
anything.
And
I'm kind of used to it. Like people always think I'm like somebody,
like an
in their
actor
eyes.
or
They're like, "Oh, you're so and so from TV. You're so and so, from you're a wrestler. You're
like
Yeah, make
every
your wrestler.
time.
Yeah, make your wrestler.
He's like, and they think he's hiding and lying.
He be like, no, they like,
Yeah, we know it.
he's like, no, actually, I'm not.
We won't say nothing. We're not gonna tell
They
nobody
made it
else.
official with Neo's baby
There you
mama's
go.
husband.
You
Now,
got
now I'm Monyetta's husband.
There you go, baby.
Moving on up.
You go move on up. They gonna say that's Monyetta's. They gonna say that's Monyetta's his wife.
There you go. All right, I
But
like
that's
that.
hilarious. But
Yes.
that's good that again you have tough skins and don't let that stuff because the people with insecurities that would cause an insecurity in your
Oh, my
relationship.
gosh.
And there's nothing she could do about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
I
be mad
can't.
like, so why you letting people call me
Yeah,
that? It's
what
like,
I'm
let
supposed
people
to
call me. Let people call me. You think that's funny?
Let me go on Instagram and be like, y'all bet not. And next
Talk
time,
to
Next time
me.
y'all see my husband,
what you gonna do is address him as such.
you're gonna dress him as Monyetta's husband. Right?
Mr. Carter to you.
But that be happening in real life. People have to make
But
speeches and
here's the
stuff.
thing. Thank God, I've had my own life. I've had my own success.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've
Yeah,
had my
I love
own
that.
friends. I've had my own,
Yeah,
So,
yeah, he's well connected as well. Like he's,
And then
he's
I
good.
just I'm
What do you do? What do you do for a living?
I do industrial demolition. That's my day job. Mm-hmm. I blow up buildings, arenas,
all that.
power plants.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's so interesting. I never thought about that, until
Yeah, I'll
and
see
it's
it when they
so
blocking
interesting.
everything off
Yeah.
and they tell you to go blocks and blocks away when they make a building implode.
Oh, it's
But
a
that's a
thing.
very technical thing to make happen. Because I'm one of them nerd people that just kind of just watch something that I'll go and start researching how do they do that? How do they position the explosives around to make sure that its impact it kind of comes in and not just blows everywhere.
Exactly.
All that stuff. I'm studying
Yeah,
all that.
so
I'm like,
this?
I was like, why am I watching
Yeah.
this and
Why?
learning and reading up on
Because
this?
it's real stuff.
Yeah, I was like, this is
enjoy-
interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. What made you get into that?
It started off brokering scrap metal, buying and trading scrap metal. I was managing a 5-star restaurant in Miami Beach, Philippe Chow.
Yeah.
And one of my clients owned steel mills in Vietnam. And
Wow.
my father had a scrapyard in Louisiana. I was like, well, hey. And at that time, it was 2007, and commodities were through the roof.
Sure was.
And I started buying my father's scrap iron and selling it all the way in Vietnam. from
Really?
Miami.
Wow. Yeah.
And then did good with that, and then I started acquiring scrap yards and had up to 4 of them. And then I was like, well, where's all the scrap coming from? What's coming from
Yeah,
demolition
he's
projects?
That guy. He's like,
So I'm gonna start doing demolition. And
Yeah.
then that went up. I had 200 employees at one time. Was cutting up offshore drilling rigs and
Dang.
so
Congratulations.
sold that off and now I subcontract most of my work and just
So
put
basically, you
this-
ain't got to work that hard. You just get paid.
Exactly.
Making money.
there you go.
yes.
He works smart.
Exactly.
He's like, y'all do that. Give me that check. Thank you so much.
Exactly.
Y'all
I
go
let
do what
other
you do.
people do the hard work, man. And
You put in that time.
Exactly. Well,
You
I
have to do
couldn't
that.
be in that position if I hadn't, did it all
Did every
myself.
job. Yeah.
So
Man, smart. Congratulations. I love when I get a little wrinkle added to my brain about an industry that I know
would've-
nothing about.
yeah.
And it'd be like,
Mhm.
that's kind of smart. You know what I'm saying? Because the way you actually facilitated everything is how people do in the drug world. They'd be like, hey, I'm just peddling on the street. Well, I want to find out where the
Yeah,
supply is.
yeah.
Well, let
Let
me
me
go
go
here
meet
and go
the
fly around
supplier.
to Cuba. Let me go over here. And that's what you kept doing throughout the ranks. And then you like, now I'm at the top. And now, you're at the top of the food chain. You're the kingpin.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. I ain't got to touch nothing.
You ain't got to touch
Just
nothing.
make a couple phone calls.
Clean.
Take a phone call.
Oh, that's what. And if you would hear me on the phone,
Oh,
It
my
sounds like
God.
that, huh?
I got 1,000 tons over here.
I was like, let me
I'm
make
moving.
sure that my husband, you ain't finna get me caught up in
don't you
nothing.
get
we
me
go to
caught up in
yeah. We going to New
I'm
York.
gonna turn you in. I was just like,
No.
He said, I'm going to New York. I'm going to New York.
I was like, hold
And
on.
I travel all over the country,
Yeah, yeah.
So
That is dope. That is dope.
I go on the
Pun
good work
intended.
trips.
yeah. She goes on all the good ones.
The good ones.
We done
Now when he go on the
Brazil,
tough
Argentina.
ones, yeah, I'll take me on those.
You be going to all
no.
that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a blessing,
So,
man.
so you
It's a
talking
blessing.
about, so it's expanded farther than what you said originally then.
Oh, my gosh.
We buy from Panama, from Guatemala, from Dominican Republic, Panama. I said Panama already. Puerto Rico, Brazil. So wherever the scrap metal at.
And you flying out to these places.
Yeah.
And my y'all to be like, where we going?
Dominican
on the
Republic.
good
Yeah.
ones. Oh,
She goes with me. I take
Yeah.
her. I would not go to Brazil without her.
See,
Wouldn't do it.
he's so
He's smart.
awesome.
It's
I
gonna
love
with
this
them.
man.
It's
Right?
gonna with- Now, why is that, brother Heath? Why is it that you won't go without her?
I need my sidekick. I need my protector here. Because I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not a bad looking man,
You're not, baby. Come on,
Yeah,
baby.
these women be aggressive
And
sometimes.
you got some
They
money
they
too.
really-
and you go with us.
That part. They are so
No.
aggressive.
He said, I need
Hold
my
on now.
protection. He said, "Man, you come on over here."
Exactly. Like,
You coming with me? There ain't no
That's
way
called-
you. I said there ain't no way you're not going. She
I know.
tried to. She
I was like,
I
"Oh,
don't
your
have
boys
to
got
go.
He said, yes, you do.
because I'm
Yeah.
secure, and I know you got
He
it."
said, "I'm not
He's
secure
like,
right now."
No, not right now. You remember that stuff you pulled on me? It might be get your back time, you know?
I may be vulnerable today.
I've been to Brazil a couple of times. I was like, hey, you coming with me?
I'm
baby.
good. You're coming.
You coming with me?
Well, I
And then we
appreciate
stayed,
that.
We stayed extra week.
Yeah, we
Had a
did.
good
We
time.
enjoyed. Yeah, after work. Yeah,
I love it.
It's
I
good.
love it, and the fact that you're wise enough to make sure that you put proper boundaries. Like you know your you know your capabilities. And so
Yeah.
you saying, nah, baby,
And his preference,
I'm gonna need
right?
you to come over here. Yeah.
A little
I
melanin.
need- I need
It's a
some
lot of
help.
melanin
I need some
over there in
help.
Brazil. He's so silly. Yeah, I'm like, security. Call me security. That's
come
me.
on, come on.
Stop
Let's
playing
go.
security.
Let's go.
No, and I joke, she's my best friend. Like I really don't like going places without
Yeah,
her.
we have a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Like as
Like,
you
we
can
are-
see,
Yeah.
we act just like
Yeah.
this all day.
And
That's fun.
you hit hit the you said something very key. Like we can talk about anything.
Yeah, we really can.
Like it don't matter. Like even if she might be offended for a second, or I might be offended. I can. Like, it's literally my best friend.
Yes.
But you need that. You really need to have
because
those
the problem is
conversations.
people don't be sharing what they really feel. And if he sat there and act like he going to Brazil and he has to lie to you that he find women attractive in Brazil,
Exactly.
he's lying. He's just lying. We know what they look like. Why would I play games and act like I got married and got blind on the day I said
I don't see nothing. I don't see
I don't see
nothing.
that. We talked to girls. I don't see that. That's no. I would never crazy. Girl, you look way better than them anyway. I wouldn't want them. Like it's just lying. Just lying.
Hey, we went to Brazil and I still had the baddest Brazilian right here with me.
There it is.
Y'all see I got my hair curly right now. You see I got my Brazilian hair, right?
I was like, I still got the baddest, man.
There it is. There it is. And that's what happens when you curate a healthy relationship. So your kids, now y'all have a blended family. How the kids adjusted?
Oh my gosh. It's amazing. They all love each other so
They call each
so
other
very much.
brother and sister.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes. With 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, like right there. Do.
Wow.
Yeah,
11, 12,
it's
13.
a beautiful
Stair
thing.
steppers.
Yeah, really. Yeah, the stair steppers. Yeah.
Hey, stair steppers.
Yes.
Man, and so how many years have y'all been married to date?
It will be
November will be 3.
3.
3 years.
Yeah, it'll be 3 years.
Boy, time flies.
Well, I tell you, I feel like we
Real
just got
fast.
married. Yeah.
So when you did Housewives of Atlanta, what stage of y'all's marriage was that? Was that the first year?
Actually, yes, I was a friend on the show when we got married. Yeah. Mhm.
How'd you feel about going on reality television, Heath?
I was there to support her.
Oh.
What you
So
think,
supportive.
Monyetta? What was your experience like?
I feel like it should be a representation of every woman, and a lot of times it's not.
Yeah.
So that's why it was important for me to be represented. Honestly, no one's perfect, obviously, but I feel like a lot of times, Black women were like, well, I will say a lot of them now, not just the Black people. Now they throwing, fighting,
Yeah.
So, but in particular, Black women, like it's the way that we're shown is not always right.
Yeah.
Yes, you have some people that are like that, but not everyone's like that. And it should be, someone should be able to say, oh, well, I can relate. And this, this me. So
When you look at, because you were more of the behind the scenes person in your career, wouldn't you say that? Like even with, like I used to fax
beginning.
you. I used to fax you offer letters.
Yeah.
When I was doing plays and I was trying to get Monica in one of my plays.
Oh, yes, I remember
Yes.
that.
I went and looked at my
'cause I knew her
my
manager back then.
SBCglobal.net
Wow.
email address.
Net. That's
SBCglobal.net.
crazy.
And I was like, wow, I used to try to reach
Wow.
out to Monyetta Shaw.
Yeah.
That's where I knew your connection
That's
from.
insane.
And so you used to be in management.
Well, yeah, I do. I dabble a little in a lot of things. I, have a lot of relationships, and thank God I am how I am. People still love me and respect me enough to, to be able to find some talent for them at time to time. So my company, the Evan Grace Group, does a few things, but management and bookings is one of those. And so, wow, that was,
Back
so
then.
sometimes I'm behind the scenes, but also, the acting and the TV.
Yeah.
I like to get in front of the scenes.
Way
a lot.
back then was, I'm talking about that had to be in
Wow.
2004 or
Oh
something.
my
I'm talking about back
gosh,
then.
that was
Because I started doing
back.
shows when I was 2002.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so
Such
I
a
was just
small world.
like, oh, you got to talk to she like the connector. She the one
She
that
is.
she get you some
She
talent.
is. That's why she's like the mayor of Atlanta.
Oh,
I'm telling you,
so
she
he
is a
says all the
connect. I'm
time, I'm
telling you,
like,
she is a connect. Like,
You ain't lying. You know everybody.
No,
I
she
do,
does.
but
And
I'm telling you,
not-
relationships matter
Yes,
though,
and
and
it's
how you treat
longevity.
people. Yeah, how you treat
that's
people.
what I'm trying to explain it. Some girls will be like, oh, she gets along with everybody. I'm like, that's 15 years of relationship
Yeah.
she's done compiled.
And
It's
it's-
not like she just moved to Atlanta and then I'm friends with
Like
everybody.
a
just
lot
to
of
be
them
friends.
do.
No,
Like a
everybody
lot of them
respects
do.
this woman.
Exactly. That's true.
Everybody respects this woman. And then
Thank you.
if she's got a friend from, if she met you 15 years ago, and Monyetta has a good way of making everybody think that she's her best friend.
Aw,
So
well,
everybody
no,
feels
just-
a real connective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who I am.
So and so she like we be on set and on these shows and like everybody know like Monyetta this, Monyetta that,
Yeah.
like people coming out the woodwork to pay homage to her. So
How does that feel? The fact that you've had longevity in an industry where it's very challenging for Black women.
It feels good, and let me know that I'm doing something right, and my parents did something right, because honestly, it goes back to that.
Yep.
You know, it goes back to the simple things, honestly, because you can't fake it.
Nope.
You can't
and a
fake
respected career.
Thank
that
you.
part.
Respectable. Like everybody, people don't come to her sideways at all. Like people really pay respect when they come in.
Thank you. Now you have
approach
your
her.
haters now. Let's be clear. And because of that, you bring a lot of haters. But, but we don't worry about them. We don't worry about them.
I haven't noticed them.
Oh, I love you.
He said
Yeah,
he
you know,
knows.
I feel you. Yeah. Oh, that means
So
a lot.
what businesses you have right now? I know you blessed my technical director Rihanna.
Yes, my
some
Shreveport
product with
girl.
the-
What happened?
Yeah. So you blessed her with these nails you got
Yes,
going on.
yes.
What is that? Tell us about this amazing product you have.
So my company, the Evan Grace Group, just ventured out into the beauty industry. So we launched Keep It Classy Nails in September in LA at BeautyCon, and it's a luxury press-on nail line. And yes, I'm wearing them now.
That's beautiful.
And I've always loved press-on nails. We're so busy, and with the kids, just being a wife, entrepreneur, like everything. And so it just made so much sense. So I was like, I researched, and I'm like, why don't I make my own, And so I did, and it's been amazing. And, the nails, like you go to the nail shop all the time, it's not really safe. It's really not. And it's a lot of money now, even for the short ones. It's like $150, like these good old $19.99.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just, you want to feel good. You want to, still have time with your family, time to do something. I'm putting them on like when I'm in the car.
How long take to put on?
10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. You can either use the glue. I also have the glue that comes in the package, along with file. Like everything you need is inside there, and it's a game changer. It really is a game changer.
They've been very
I'm
successful.
definitely put a link in the description. So
Thank you.
Because at the my audience, we call them the Lit Fam.
Okay.
The Lit stands for Living Intentionally and Transparently, but they are
love
so
that.
supportive. So when people come on, they have books. You got a book as well, right?
Yes, I do. I have children's books, and I have a couple of self-help books.
Is everything on one site? Or is it one?
Yes. Everything is on MonyetteShaw.com. You can find all the books. I just launched the nails on Amazon. So
Wow.
it's huge. Yes. On my birthday. So it's been almost 2 months. Been on Amazon.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
them sales
much.
Gonna run up now.
Listen,
shoot.
it's such a blessing. It really is. And
Yeah,
it's not,
dog.
I feel like I'm was the first African-American woman to have a press-on nail company. So that says a lot. And now and it's room for everybody. Just like everybody got the hair, come on, let's do this. So I'm super excited. So children's books on Amazon, or you can go to MonyetteShaw.com. Adventures of Maddie, The Nice Guy, Chronicles of Nice Guy Meso, and it's about anti-bullying. Just being kind to one another. Being kind is the new cool. Treat others how you want to be treated, like
She
the
just
old
got
golden
through
rule.
starring in a feature film.
Yes,
lead
my
role.
first leading role
What's
is
the
coming
name of the
out
film?
soon. It's called Deadly Attraction. I cannot wait. I'm sending you the information. You got to pull up at the premiere now.
It's gonna be in Atlanta.
It's gonna be in Atlanta.
Okay.
I know you come to Atlanta a lot.
Atlanta a
You
whole
booked
lot.
and busy, honey. He's
People
booked and busy.
I'll be coming to Atlanta all the time. I love Atlanta. They be booking me
Yeah.
like crazy.
Opening is.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know. And
What month is it? What month
it's going to be. I'm hearing because it's in post production now. I'm hearing
Okay.
it will be in October.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'll
She
let you
killed it,
know.
too.
Thank
She
you.
did.
Boo.
Killed
Thank
it,
you.
How did it
Yes.
feel sitting there watching on set and just like watching her like?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah,
She had a couple of romantic.
Yeah, I
Oh,
had to
okay.
guess. So it was. Yeah, it was good.
It was
though.
okay.
Yeah.
It keep it professional.
Of course.
As long as
I'm just playing.
I mean, being on set for weeks and months, with a co-star, they're
You
supposed
gotta-
to have
yeah,
chemistry.
chemistry,
And she-
yeah.
What kind of chemistry?
Yeah, I was
you
like,
got
we
over
have
here, man?
chemistry. He was like, he got his feelings a
that-
little
Y'all
bit.
sure was kissing each other a little long. I heard the director say cut, and y'all kissed 3 seconds long, and he said cut, and you just kept on kissing.
Yeah.
What was that about?
So
What was that about?
I come to set a couple of times. Just
Yeah.
make my presence be known.
Everybody loves him. Everybody loves Heath. Honestly, he's a good guy.
So,
yeah,
no.
It is again tough skin.
Yeah,
I mean, because it's like, from the acting world as a director, like,
It's
and I'm as a director, I'm pushing for it to look as real as possible.
Yeah.
And it's just it's that. But when you actually see, like, that's in theater, but like in film, when they even doing intimate scenes and all that type of stuff, it'd be so so manufactured. She doesn't at this angle. And I want you to do this. Make sure that your boob don't come out. Do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
But she does a good job of making me feel comfortable. Though.
Good.
She goes out of her way to
every time she come out the scene, she come kiss you. Hey, baby.
I love
them
you.
lips, man.
I love you.
Hold up.
Wipe your lips off first when you kiss me. Wipe your lips when you kiss me.
Oh my God.
So she got an acting thing. She got a podcast. Too.
Yes, and you gave me some good old gems, y'all.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
So when you get ready to do your podcast, I want to, because you already got it going on, and when you do the next season, I want to come as a guest, and we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna have fun.
Honored. Y'all heard it here first. So
tell people how you got connected to Dear Future Wifey, because I didn't even know that you was watching my podcast.
Oh my gosh! Come on, everybody's watching his podcast. Like what? No, you're a great, you're so good at what you do. Even back in the day, you were like the best at it. And of course, I think it was from one of the viral videos, the many viral
Is this the
videos
couch right here.
Yeah,
Wait,
wig fell on back. There it was. We ain't got to worry about your wig falling off. We ain't got to worry about it.
Mine already fell off.
Fell off with mine. Both fell off the same time.
silly. How do you do this? Like how do you put up with that? She was like, whatever. No, and you're an amazing man of God. Like the word that you just so effortlessly give to the people, and I'm all about empowering and just helping in any way that I can. So I felt instantly connected. And I think was she your publicist? I don't know, but somebody
Candace
came back
Candace and Kayla.
Yeah, so somebody knew somebody, and I'm like, okay.
Oh no, the one that was
she's in LA, Los Angeles. Oh gosh, she's gonna knock me out.
It started S.
Oh Lordy. Well,
she works with Kinetic. She worked with Kinetic, and she worked with Love Is Blind. And
like big names.
Friend.
We love you.
I love you.
I call her Joey, but that's the nickname for me.
Call her
But
whole name.
No, but no, she got it starts with a P though.
Oh,
yeah, you talking about Paras? Yeah,
Paria. That's what it was.
Thank you.
Yeah. Paria.
Look at you.
Shout out to you, Paria.
Yeah,
And
no,
you call
we
her
love
what?
you.
You call her Joey.
Joey. No, because
her
Sylvia.
name?
No,
Okay.
Sylvia introduced me as, but
Shout out, Sylvia. We like Sylvia too.
Oh yeah, we do. We love our people.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
So what you got coming up with your podcast? When you bring it back?
I am about to start filming season 2, and I'm going to take all your pointers and use them, and you're coming on. So you heard it here first.
Yes.
We're going to have to kick that thing off. Going to have to get in with your schedule.
Yes.
Like I said, you
But
booked
you
and
tell
busy.
me, I can fly out.
So,
Atlanta's a hop, skip, jumping away. I'll
it
fly
really
there, do it,
is.
fly on back.
And fly out.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
I love you for that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. So yeah, we have so much going on. As you see, he gives me so many great ideas. He's now a nail guy too, demolition and nails. No, he's such a great businessman. So how can I not?
You better.
You know?
You better.
So yeah, we have a lot going on. We have a lot going on. Such a blessing. Right now I have my foundation. I always partner with charities for forever. And I started my own dedicated to my mom. It's called Linda B's Grace Foundation. We have a school drive coming up here soon. I'm gonna go on another mission trip here soon to see. It was called Swaziland, Africa. I built an orphanage there about 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. And so definitely got to take the kids there. I feel like they're at an age where they will really appreciate it now. Another organization that I partner with out of Shreveport, Global. Oh gosh, she's gonna kill me. But you can see all this on my website. But and that's in Ethiopia. So hopefully I'll get there. I take care of 10 kids there for the past 6 years. So yeah, just a lot of work.
We got
a lot of
another
work
big
giving
event
back.
coming up for the Shreveport.
Yes. So 50
it?
Cent has bought a lot of properties and everything in Shreveport.
building that whole studio.
Oh my gosh. And it's huge. The city is on an uproar right now. And I appreciate everything that 50 is doing. I got started when all the movies were happening in Shreveport there. And I'm doing one of my launch parties there for the weekend, the Harmony, Humor and Harmony weekend that 50 Cent is doing. He's bringing everybody to the city. It's going to be insane. You're going to have to come. It's August the 8th through the 11th. And I love one thing 50's doing. He's coming there and he's intentionally like helping out the people that are there. Like he's going to be giving jobs to the community, people that are in the community. And also some of the proceeds are going to the G Unit Foundation. Like that's what I'm talking about. So I'm super excited, and I'm definitely going to have a brunch and bring some of my friends there and just, show love to the city. The city that made me, city that raised me.
The city that made me, the city that raised me. Listen, man, I enjoyed talking to y'all. Thank y'all for being vulnerable. Thank y'all for being transparent. Thank y'all for being willing to have the conversation that may be uncomfortable. Did we
look uncomfortable?
No, we good.
Y'all look good in the mug. But it's like you said, you want me to tell the whole story?
I was like, what we doing?
She said, go ahead and tell the whole story. Well, she left me for this other dude. That's what happened.
Exactly.
I said, well, I didn't see that coming. I'm like, what? Hold on.
We here to be real.
And no other way to be. Seriously, you gotta keep it.
I love it. Anything else y'all want to leave with the viewers before we close out?
Just want to speak more life into you. Thank you so much for all that you do. And thanks for having us, of course. And I love that you're using your platform for good, and positivity. That's
I just want to see people healed. I want to see couples continue to thrive together, get the tools and resources to help strengthen their marriage, and for single people to make decisions and start choosing one another and not be swayed by the toxic social media posts and these fake relationship gurus that's trying to tell you that you don't need a man, you don't need a woman, all this crazy stuff. And I'm saying the reason why y'all are able to thrive, you said something at the very end, you was like, I would be a fool not to take all the wisdom that this man has done from a business standpoint. Seriously. And vice versa, is that you two together make each other better. You know what I'm saying? And even so much, even in the sense of even traveling, for him to say in certain cities and countries he may go to, he needs his support. He needs that covering. And he's wise enough to say, nah, I ain't finna be gambling my marriage by going here in Brazil and then having a one-night stand with some chick. He said, no, I want my woman. She the baddest Brazilian. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of heart posture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
it's like to have that mindset to say, no, I'm gonna choose you. Come with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he says something key. She my best friend. I want to spend moments with her. I want to spend as much time as possible with her. So continue to curate this healthy relationship. Heavenly Father, I lift them up right now in the name of Jesus. I ask that you continue to cover them, that you continue to give them wisdom, guidance, and direction as they continue to cleave to one another. Lord, I come against every demonic force that tries to come against this union. I bind it up right now in the name of Jesus. No weapon formed against them shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up against them shall be condemned. We thank you for all that you're doing in their lives. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank y'all.
It was beautiful.
Y'all give it up for the Carters, y'all.
Thank you.
Been writing these love letters to you.
Man, I love this episode. This episode was absolutely amazing. My goodness, I love it. Gosh, I love it. Thank you so much to the Carters for just showing up vulnerable. Man, anyway, here's my favorite part of the podcast where I speak to my future wifey. Dear future wifey, I miss you. To be honest, many times I find my mind dancing through the thoughts as I daydream about you. Are you in my life and I'm unaware of your future position? Are you a friend who has my ear? Do you see me yet have remained silent? I wonder. You are everything my heart yearns for, my answered prayer birthed from tears, my blessing from God. The day we say I do will be the public declaration that we did love. Your future hubby. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Dear Future Wifey Podcast. Remember, be lit, live intentionally and transparently, and don't stop loving. Make sure to subscribe to our Dear Future Wifey YouTube channel. We're available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. We welcome your support. Simply share our podcast with your friends and family.